Hi, welcome to Foodie. We've been invited to a little brunch today at 10 o'clock. So I love potatoes for breakfast. So I'm going to make a potato Gruyere. Pronounce that right. So let's get started. All right, I've got my oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And the first thing I want to do is to grate our Gruyere while it's still a little bit cold. I've got an 8-ounce package of smoked Gruyere. I think that smoked flavor is going to really add a lot to this potato dish. So let's just go ahead real quick and we'll grate all of this. I grated almost all of it, probably 6-7 ounces of it I grated. I think that's going to be plenty. All right, we're going to set this cheese aside for now. Now we're going to put a little coating on our potatoes. What I've started here, I've got 1.5 tablespoons of just all-purpose flour. To our flour, we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of ground thyme. About the same, 1/2 teaspoon of some salt. We probably don't need a lot of salt because of that smoked Gruyere is going to add, although potatoes do soak up a lot of salt. A 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. I want to add a little bit of heat. I always like to put some kind of hot stuff in my food. This is optional. I'm going to put in just maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I don't want this overwhelmingly hot. Also, I want to put in 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Nutmeg is a pretty strong spice, so you don't want to put too much. But it adds just a little bit, adds so much flavor. All right. I think that's it for the spices. We could add a little bit of ground pepper. Let's mix this up real good. Get all these spices blended into the flour. I've got 6 small to medium size. I'm using red potatoes. You could use the Yukon Gold. If you use russet potato, you may want to increase the cooking time a little bit. I'm going to leave the skins on. I like the flavor, and there's a lot of good nutrients in the skin. We're just going to slice these. I want them kind of thin because I want them to cook fairly quick. So maybe 1/8 of an inch. And I like the smaller potatoes also because they make nice little slices. You don't want big old huge things in there. So we'll just slice all these up. And some of these in the middle slices look a little big, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these slices in half. That way we'll just get some nice kind of bite-sized pieces. And if we need more potatoes, we can slice them up here in the end. I just want to make sure this dish is full. I have a 7x11 baking dish. I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. Make sure those potatoes don't stick on the bottom. Okay, now we're going to take these potatoes and put them in our flour mixture. Or better yet, let me get a bigger bowl. Yes, this will work much better. Put our potatoes in a bowl, then we can just pour in the flour on top. Stir these good. Try to get all the flour so we don't waste any of the flour. Make sure it's coated on the potato. All right, I think that looks good. Okay, now we're just going to layer our potatoes. We're going to put in about half the potatoes. Got two they were pretty large green onions sliced. We're going to just sprinkle them on top of these potatoes here. Now we'll grab our cheese, and we're going to put about half of the cheese. Now we'll put the other half of the potatoes on top. I've got 1 cup of heavy cream and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. I'm just going to pour that butter into the cream, and then we can pour everything on top of the potatoes. We want to bake this for an hour at 325 degrees, covered. So I'm going to get some aluminum foil. Ooh, barely have enough. And then when the hour is up, we can kind of test the potatoes. We'll put the remaining cheese on top, and then we'll bake it for about another half hour or so. And we should be ready to go. Our potatoes have been baking for an hour. Let's pull them out of the oven. Oh, it looks good. I'm going to just try one of these and see how much longer we need to bake them. Coming along good. Now we can put another layer of cheese on top. We'll put them back in the oven for, let's do it for a half hour. Here's our finished dish. Looks really good. Also looks very hot. I'll try to get a little potato here. Wow. Man, so rich and creamy, and that smoke taste and the smell is all over the place. Really, really good. I can't wait to see how everybody likes it. Anyway, nice potato dish here. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Ed Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching. By the way, I use the smoked Gruyere. You don't have to if you don't like the smokiness of it. If it's a little too strong, just get the plain Gruyere. You could potentially use Swiss cheese if you wanted to.